controlling our emotions was never our job to do. Now, I know if you're anything like me, you probably grew up hearing that quite often, and even as an adult, maybe have struggled with that we need to control our emotions, that when certain things come up, we need to push them down. And I'm going to tell you that is one of the worst things we can do. What we should be focused on and what would serve us to a higher purpose and good is mastering our emotions. And I want to get into that a little bit with you, what the difference is between the two, how you could tell some telltale signs of where you're at on that spectrum of between the two, and how you could start shifting it to a more empowered place and move forward in your journey. So I want to first start by saying that control comes from fear. So I want you to think about when those emotions, those ones that people consider to be negative emotions, but they're not, consider to be harmful emotions, but they're not. Let's talk about anger. When anger comes up and we tell ourselves, oh, I don't have time for that, not right now. Or, nope, not even going there. I'm not exploring that. I'm not doing this. And we push it down or push it away. What we're doing, and we all know this, we're just burying it for another day. It's muddying the waters. It's infecting the part of us, our subconscious, that does the knee-jerk reactions. And it's really creating stress within our body. But even more importantly, what actually happens when we do that is we are rejecting ourself. There is a piece of us, a part of us, our higher self, if you will, that comes and brings us clues, brings us hints, brings us messages from our higher self to our current self. And that's done often through emotions. But when we reject them, what are we telling ourselves? We're telling ourselves, I don't have time for you. We're telling ourselves, your message is not important. We're telling our higher self, it is not safe for you to come here. You will not be heard. We're going to bypass that. So we're actually rejecting our own self, and then wonder why we feel so disconnected. Why can't we hear our intuition? Why can't we get the messages? And this is a big part of why. So let's talk a little bit about what these emotions might be trying to tell you. Oftentimes, when anger comes up, which is one of the most common ones that we're taught we're not allowed to feel. The truth is, almost all the time when anger comes up, it's because somewhere along the line that we're not paying attention to, we're not recognizing, or maybe we are recognizing it and choosing to ignore it, our boundaries are being crossed. And it's opening up an invitation to us to recognize this, to get in alignment with it, and to handle how those boundaries are being met or crossed with respect and honor to our own selves. Not in an ignorant way, not in a harmful way, not in a harsh way. Well, maybe. That's totally up to you, whatever you're in alignment with. But it's there for awareness, okay? For instance, when sadness comes up, how many times have we been taught, like, you better stop that crying, I'll give you something to cry about. But children have these emotions and they're unregulated. And yes, it's good to regulate them, but it's also needed to experience them, to be aware of them, to recognize, what is that message coming through? What is this trying to tell me? Why am I feeling sad? Oftentimes, we continue to tell ourselves that same bullshit. There's nothing for you to be sad about. Stop being sad. Oh, you're just depressed. You need medication. No. Sadness often, and I'm not talking about depression, that's a whole different subject, and I'm not going to get into that today. But sadness in and of itself is a hint or a clue that something is ready to come out, is ready to be released. And sometimes when we've really started to get to deeply know ourselves, we're okay with not even knowing what that is, but to let it free, let it loose, and let it out. What this does is it frees up our system. It's like purging out poison that no longer has room in our body. It's like creating space for those things that we do want to come in. So we need to release that. We need to let that out. And there is no shame in that. There is nothing to push away, push down, hide, pretend doesn't exist, because it does exist. And to do that, you're doing yourself an injustice. Another emotion I want to talk about is fear. We all hold fear. We all have fear about some things. Now, our brain creates fear to keep us safe. So what is fear in and of itself? Our brain is designed to keep us safe. And anything outside of that known area, the brain does not trust, it does not know. Therefore, it is not safe. We must create fear to keep her safe. Anything that we've experienced and maybe less than a great or positive experience in the past, ding, 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 fear again. Got to keep us safe. But what is fear's real purpose for showing up? Because let's be honest, the emotions are not here to show up and take over the show. They're not here to determine the steps. They're not here to drive the car. They're not here to steer the ship. None of those things. What are they here for? They're here to bring us clues and hints and messages from our higher self to our conscious self. So what is fear coming to show us? What is the message? It's awareness. It's slow down. It's use caution. It's make sure this is in alignment. This serves us. Trying to control it, trying to deny it, trying to push it away does not serve us. So do you see where the difference is between the control and the mastering, between the pushing away and the accepting and exploring? There's a huge difference. Control is not love. Control is fear. And when we try to control things, the emotions, what we're telling our higher self is, I don't trust myself to be enough. I don't feel safe sitting with this. I don't feel okay. But when we are open to explore without pushing it away, but to actually explore what is going on, and it doesn't need to take a year to do this. It can be done in a second. It can be done very quickly. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. What is this coming up for me for? What this does is it tells our system, our higher selves, I am safe. I am safe to sit with this. I am okay. This is not something that's come to destroy me. I'm safe to feel this. I'm safe to hear this. I'm safe to explore this. That is a huge difference. This is self-love. This is loving yourself. And this is what shifts you from things getting stuck in you to you processing through and releasing them and having them serve you and help you. So that's emotional mastery. Not denying, not rejecting, but embracing and exploring and feeling safe in order to do that. It's just a part of our system. It's a very amazing and incredible and powerful part of our system that really puts us back into the driver's seat. It empowers us to have a journey and experiences that allow us to be in the control. Ironically, not controlling your emotions is exactly what will help you get back into control of yourself. So if this video has resonated with you, I want you to look for part 2, because the next video I'm going to create is going to actually help you to step into that more and empower you to make that shift in your life. Now that you're aware, the next step is to embrace. And that's what we're going to discuss in the next video. And as always, be sure to do all the things. Leave your comments down below. I do respond to everybody myself personally. And your feedback really does help me to understand what exactly needs to be brought to the table, but be brought into the light for people in the collective. And just as importantly, it will help you to see more videos of mine. Make sure you make sure you turn the notifications on. I had a brain fart there. I'm so sorry. Make sure you turn the notifications on. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and look for part 2 in this series to go to the next step.